Hello, and welcome back to Sharing a Chapter a Day. This is Do, Ra, me, and today I will be reading Chapter 83 of Engagement in Peril by Dara Odoe Sok. Chapter 83 is titled Mediocre Jobs and College Life Begins. After several weeks of collecting unemployment compensation from the state of California, I finally found work at a Target store in Cerritos off of Bloomfield Avenue and Delamo Boulevard. I was quite desperate for work then and jumped at the first place that would hire me. I didn't want to collect unemployment and wanted to get off my ass and get back to work. So I was hired at Target for the midnight shift as a truck unloader and loader, where I ordered item and goods from large trailers and then stocked the store aisle with goods and items. Besides unloading and stocking the store, I also put price labels and stickers on the items. I also helped with reloading the trailers with recall and unsold goods that were to be taken back to their warehouse or redistributed elsewhere to other Target stores and businesses. The job was pretty much mediocre, and the hourly pay sucked. After all, it was 1999. I was getting minimum wage then, much less than the minimum wage now, and was quite physically demanding, and at times caused me to lose much sleep and gave me insomnia. Going to work at midnight and not leaving around 10 the next morning made my day restless, and I was quite tired as a result. I was looking for something better and hoping that would happen for me soon because I was ready to hang up the heavy boots on this particular job with very little advances ahead. I only worked at Target for about a month or so then. Luckily, I had found something better since it was now in almost summertime. I had enrolled myself at the local community college. Although Benevolence had mentioned that I should apply at her bank where she worked for Wells Fargo then, off of the Llama and Atlantic, I just didn't want to work at as a bank teller and I wanted to do things on my own then. I gave Target my 2 week notice, collected my last mediocre paycheck, and then left quietly unbeknown to my colleagues and coworkers and other Target leads and bosses. I had already taken the placement test at the Long Beach Community College, registered myself for several classes, and was ready to start my college career then. That summer of 1999, I was taking a full semester load of classes and was doing quite well in all my classes. I always knew I was academically inclined than most people I knew and got through all my courses smoothly. During the summer courses and classes, I made a few friends with classmates and study group. My life and career in the Navy had prepared me well for the monotonous routine of college life. I was quite focused and knew what it took to get through the classes that I was taking. I was focused and determined to better myself then, and never missed a single day of class ever during my entire college and university endeavors. Every free moment I had to myself, I jotted and wrote down events that I was thinking and feeling then. Like a little diary, I kept a note of everything I did. Also, I often thought about Shinshin and wished him well. Wherever he may be and whatever he was doing, I was missing my beloved. Besides going to community college and improving my state of mind academically, I also applied to various jobs and occupations throughout the city. I had applied for several positions with the Long Beach Unified School District, occupation ranging from college aide to janitor assistant then, and fortunately for me around early August, I was called and scheduled to an interview at my high school's alma mater, Long Beach Polytechnic High School. With my hair colored bright orange those summer months, I met with the vice principal there and was hired after a nice interview. I was hired at Poly as a college aide where I assisted and worked with the English language learner department to assist with minority student who uses English as a second language. Once hired at Poly, I was quickly processed by the Long Beach Unified School District Human Resource Department so that I may start work when school resumed that early September. My summer academic grade at the community college was quite good. I had made the dean's list and I had already registered for the fall semester as well. A requirement of being able to work as a college aide for the Long Beach Unified School District was that you had to be a college student at the time. I scheduled all my classes after my work hours at Poly. I enjoyed going to school in the afternoon and evening classes rather than taking morning classes. My life's outlook then was going well. While working at Poly, I worked full time from 0730 to 1500 every weekday of the week. I was assigned to Mr. Clark's class, who taught ELL, English Language Learner Science, Health, and Driver's Education. As a college aide, I assisted the classroom teacher in daily classroom activities and assignment, worked in group setting, watched over the students, and maintained security in the room. I also maintained a self-learning environment, assisted student in reading and vocabulary comprehension skills and understanding, and also one-on-one and in group setting with students improving their understanding of the English language and courses. Of course, I translated for the Cambodian speakers. Besides mentoring the student there, I also translate for Khmer Cambodian speaking student as well as translating for the Spanish speaking student in the best way I knew how. Yes, I spoke some broken Spanish then. I really enjoyed working with Mr. Clusk. We were a good team then, and this was where I first met my lovely good friend, Blanca. Blanca Romero. She and I had remained good friends since. While Blanca and I were college age then in Mr. Clark's classroom, her siblings Douglas and Dilma would often spend their last hour period in the classroom during advisory period at the end of the school day. Both Douglas and Dilma were still high school students then at Poly, and Blanca had just recently graduated from Poly that previous summer. They were all now grown adults. They are now grown married adults with kids. Mostly during our work together in the classroom, Blanca would help the Spanish-speaking student, and I would help them with the rest, ranging from Cambodian, Vietnamese, and other immigrant students whose English was second language to them. Blanca had a different schedule than mine. She worked 3 days a week, where I worked 5 days a week. She often took day classes, where I enjoyed the afternoon and night classes at the local community college. Wherever we worked together, we often made some small conversations, mainly about our college courses and our studies. Who would have imagined that several years down the road, Blanca and I would be reunited and became much closer friends. I was the only Asian guest at her wedding reception and festivities then during that Labor Day weekend that she and her longtime fiance got married at. Don't you know? Life at the time was going pretty smooth for me. My college life was on the way, and I had a pretty good, easy-going job as a college aide, and the hourly pay was pretty good as well. With my earnings then, I was able to help my sister with rent and expenses, and I had the love of my life with me then. Benevolence. Benevolence and I found time for each other whenever we could. She too was attending Long Beach Community College and studying business where I was taking all the general courses before I transferred to the local university. And although our schools and work schedule were different, we found time to be together, mostly on the weekends. We made it work, and our love was getting stronger and stronger every day, so it seemed. We were also more intimate by then. But I was careful not to go too far for that benevolence may get pregnant. We practiced safe sex for the most part, and we were each other's only sexual mate then. That's what I had believed. Thank you for listening. This is the end of Chapter 83. Be on the lookout for Chapter 84, titled Outlook Better. This is Do, Ra, me, and I'll see you later. Thank you.